Okay, let's take a look at the markets here this morning. So let's go over the indicator, then I'll go over the strategy. So what we're looking for a buy setup right now. So the indicator, what we do is we're looking for a buy setup retracement with the overall trend of the market. So if you look at the last two signals we got, you're looking at we had a buy at so if you look at these buy zones, these are our buy zones, these little dash levels. We're looking for pullbacks into those zones, and then we're looking for a reversal candle for a buy propelling that trade. So currently right now we are at the liquidity grab buy zone. We're looking for a pulling candle right now as we speak. So if that closes before closing below 47.5, the lower end of the buy signal, then that will be your entry. So right now we're looking at around 8:22 this morning. We're looking for a close of this candle for a buy signal. If it closes below the low of this zone, that will nullify the trade. So we need it to hold above that zone and then close. Okay, what we've done is we got the indicator. We have a strategy that can be attached to this. And a strategy, when these yellow candles form, you'll see a little arrow that follows. This is when the strategy will enter these trades. And we've had the strategy. Last entry was here last night. Caught that big move up, 33, potential all the way to 68. Real big move. If you had a trail on that with the strategy, it has this trail for that also. But you can use that as an indicator, or you can use it as a order entry system based upon that yellow candle close. If you use it as an indicator, your alert system will go off, and you'll get a loud audible sound that we have a possible reversal inside of a zone. So that's the indicator part of it. Now, if you watch the strategy yesterday, I'm going to leave the strategy in there today. It caught the high yesterday. So this is my deep liquidity strategy. And so these don't come up very often. I'll look at the last 60 days of data. And this happened yesterday. We had a nice trade that came up. It came up into the sell zone. The sell zone was up here. Came up into the sell zone and got the yellow candle reversal. If you had the indicator on, you had a big alert system at 83 to go short, and it got as low as 67 3/4. And so I had the break even on at this time, but break even +1. But if you had your trailing stop loss tighter, then you could even get more out of this trade. So this is based upon yesterday was based upon a 35 tick hard stop, 10 tick first target, second target, 20 tick third target, and 1,000 tick fourth target. You can adjust these targets, and then you can adjust your trail also. So your trail, once it hits the trail, it will fire out of the trade. Even if it hasn't hit your 35 tick stop, it'll trail the trade for you. So that caught that yesterday. So this morning, you can tell that for the deep retracement, it would have to come down into this deep retracement for this auto to fill. And you'd see a possible move up like this. Now, if I look at going back on just those parameters, obviously past results is not indicative of future results. It's done quite well. So yesterday I had it just based upon those parameters. Now you can change your parameters. You can see that since June, it's done quite well since June. Obviously past results is not indicative of future results. We know that. But you can see how important these deep zones are. It's done quite well with those parameters as far as that goes, and had a nice day yesterday as far as the deep retracement trader. Now, you can change, like I said, you can change your targets on this trader. You can change your targets. You change your stop, but if you're using a 35, 135, you don't need to go more than a 35 tick stop. But you can change it to, let's say if you want to go 15 tick first target, 30 tick second target, 45 third target, and then leave the trail. You leave the trail the same. You leave it there, and then we apply it. It's the same type of setup because the zones are static. So this is a deep zone trader. It's looking for a deep zone pullback, and we're looking for a continuation of that deep zone when it's reached. So that's two ways you can use it. You can use this chart as an indicator also. If you use it as an indicator, then when you reach that deep zone, your speaker will, because they don't come up too often, as I just showed you the last 60 days, but when it does come up, you're looking for a nice possible reversal in the market, which it got yesterday. And so when that does fire off on the possible deep reversal, using the indicator, like I said, your speakers will alert you that you have a trade on your hands, possible reversal trade on a deep retracement. All right, so we're looking for that deep retracement level for a continuation. All right, so that's a deep retracement trader. Now, our standard levels right here. We're looking for a trade right now. Our standard right here. 160 days back. One sec, guys. But our standard level is right here at this level. We're actually looking for a continuation reversal as we speak. If this pulls in the market, then we're looking for a buy setup as we speak because our 30-year back test is zone. So see, just changing the 15 tick first target, 30 tick second target, 45 tick third target. It will change your profit levels, right? And your loss levels. So you can customize it how you want to customize it. You can use a break. You don't have to use a break even plus one if you don't want to. You can let the stop trail you out if you want to on this deep, deep zone trader that I caught yesterday. All right, so we'll leave that up there like that. So currently right now what we're looking at a possible reversal. The system is very, very simple. You're looking for a close right here on this candle. You're looking for a close of this candle to close because you're inside the buy zone. Once it closes, that activates a trade, and we're looking for a continuation. All right, so what we want to do is we want to try to get inside of our zone on a pullback. This is catching the rolling position traders getting trapped inside of the liquidity grab zone. Then we're looking for a reversal candle right now as we speak, just like this. Got inside the zone. There's our buy zone. You want green, green to match up, red, red to match up. Buy zone caught this big deep pullback here yesterday at the close. So you're looking for a big deep pullback in the market. You can see what they're doing. They're grabbing liquidity. So look at these lows, how it caught that big swing up in the market. Caught this big swing earlier because they're pulling back into our buy zones. These buy zones are extremely accurate. And then they're looking for reversal. And you know when not to take a buy zone because if you're against trend, one, or two, if it breaks the lower end of the zone. Okay, and sell zones would just be the opposite. All right, so right now, let's take a look at this buy zone. That's what we're stalking right now. Stalking right now, we're into the buy zone currently. The deep pullback, the deep zone trader is still looking for a deep pullback down to 76 to 78. If it does get a pullback at that level, it will go long. Okay, and these settings will be available for all members on the Deep Liquidity Pullback Trader. All right, so that's what we're looking for here this morning. New York opens up in about 1 hour. We want to get outside of market profile to really get this moving. So we can tell if we're skinny this down, look at the previous profiles, we can sort of get our targets where all the participants are. So you can see these are the lower level targets. If we start breaking down outside of the daily values. So we'll see if we can get that activated, breaking through the low value, high value to really get this market moving. Once that happens, we should start seeing some movement in the market. It'd be nice to break outside a low value area or high value area, and then we'll go with the overall trend direction. Okay.